Good morning and welcome back to my channel. This is lecture 53, bio section, and today's title is pleiotropy. So far we have studied one gene affecting one phenotype, and today we will discuss one gene which can have and which can affect multiple phenotypes. The main important point is the phenotype affected are seemingly unrelated. So see, in this scenario, one gene which affects one phenotype, we have seen these alleles, they code for these traits. So what will happen if these alleles are mutated? If this is mutated, it will become small t, and then this particular trait will be lost. The plant will become dwarf, right? So the only character which will be affected will be stem height. Now in this case, if this allele is mutated, the allele will become recessive and the shape will become wrinkled. In this case, if this is mutated, you will get green color, okay, denoted by small y. In this case, the flower color will be affected. Only one phenotype will be affected. So the resulting flower will be white in color. And here, in this case, after mutation, this will become small a, recessive form, and the flower position will be terminal. Pod shape, so inflated, the recessive trait is constricted. And in this case, the green pod color will change to yellow color. So highlight is, in all these cases, only one particular phenotype will be affected. So now we will try to understand how mutation in one gene can lead to multiple phenotypes. So see, you have learned about this amino acid. This is an essential amino acid, phenylalanine, and the enzyme phenylalanine hydroxylase. This will act on phenylalanine and it will remove the CH3 group, and in turn tyrosine will be produced. Now see what will happen if the gene which is encoding this enzyme is mutated. The result will be the enzyme will not be synthesized. Okay. So what will happen in turn? The phenylalanine concentration in body will increase. And because this enzyme is not available, the product will not be formed. So there will be a decrease in tyrosine levels. Both will have subsequent effects on body. Increased levels of phenylalanine, it affects brain activity. And therefore, it will lead to mental retardation. And because tyrosine is not being formed, tyrosine is an important amino acid for melanin synthesis, melanin pigment. So melanin gives color to your skin and hair. Okay, so the result will be there will be reduced pigmentation in hair and skin. If any particular enzyme which is important in metabolic pathway is lost or is reduced, then all those other parameters which this particular enzyme controls will have effect on body. So now see, because this enzyme is lost, now other enzymes will act on phenylalanine, okay, and other derivatives will be produced. So phenylalanine will be acted upon by transaminases. This will produce phenylpyruvate. And then phenylpyruvate is further converted into phenyl acetate and phenyl lactate. So these other derivatives are called phenylketone bodies. These are poorly absorbed in kidney, so they will be secreted in urine. So another phenotype will be secretion of phenylketone bodies in urine. So this is how one single gene defect leads to multiple phenotype. So seemingly unrelated phenotypic traits. In case of phenylketonuria, we have seen mental retardation. The cause is accumulation of phenylalanine, reduction in skin pigmentation and hair pigmentation. This is because of reduced tyrosine levels, and release of phenylketone bodies in urine is because of production of other derivatives. So loss of any important metabolic enzyme is called inborn errors of metabolism. So this was the term which was coined by Eric Bald Garrard. He worked on 4 different diseases you will learn when you study MBBS, when you will study biochemistry. And the 4 important diseases are albinism, alkaptonuria, cystinuria, pentosuria. Okay, now you don't have to worry about it, but just learn this term. Inborn errors of metabolism simply means loss of an important enzyme of metabolic pathway. In case of phenylketonuria, the name of the enzyme is phenylalanine hydroxylase. So this is the enzyme, and deficiency of this enzyme causes accumulation of the substrate. Phenylalanine is the substrate, and excess of phenylalanine causes brain damage leading to mental retardation. The same point which I covered in the previous slide. And consequently, because this enzyme is no longer there will be deficiency of the product. The product is tyrosine, and this deficiency affects melanin production, therefore reduced pigmentation in skin and hair. So there will be production of other metabolites that show poor absorption in kidney, and therefore they will be excreted in urine, leading to phenylketonuria. So this is the paragraph in NCERT. So see, this is the definition of pleiotropy. A single gene can exhibit multiple phenotypic expression. Such a gene is called pleiotropic gene. The underlying mechanism is, in most cases, the effect of a gene on metabolic pathway contribute towards different phenotypes. And this enzyme is lost, phenylalanine hydroxylase, single gene mutation. This manifests itself through phenotypic expression characterized by mental retardation, reduction in hair and skin pigmentation. Okay, so these are the important points with respect to phenylketonuria and the name of the enzyme. There's another section on phenylketonuria which you will study in human genetic disorders. Okay, so I'm covering that section also in this particular video. So phenylketonuria, this is inborn error of metabolism. It is inherited as autosomal recessive trait. So this is a genetic disorder. This is the reason it is called inborn. It is inherited as autosomal recessive trait. So in the question in NEET exam, you might get an option and you will have to identify whether this is autosomal recessive or autosomal dominant, or X-linked recessive or X-linked dominant. Okay, so remember, phenylketonuria is autosomal recessive. The affected individual lacks an enzyme that converts amino acid phenylalanine into tyrosine. As a result of this, phenylalanine is accumulated. Accumulation causes mental retardation, and it is also converted into phenylpyruvic acid and other derivatives. Accumulation of these in brain results in mental retardation. These are also excreted through urine because of its poor absorption by kidney. So this was all about phenylketonuria. Now we will attempt some questions based on this topic. First one, multi-statement question. Pick out the correct statements. Okay, ignore this. We haven't covered this so far. What about Down syndrome? Down syndrome is due to aneuploidy. Is this correct or incorrect? This is correct. It is trisomy 21. Phenylketonuria is autosomal recessive gene disorder. Correct. Okay, ignore this, sickle cell and hemophilia. Let's check the option. B and C are correct in option 4. When we will study hemophilia, then again I will discuss this question that time. Now next question, match question. In a heterozygous organism, only one allele expresses itself. When only one allele expresses, it is clear case of dominance. A2. In a heterozygous organism, both alleles express themselves fully. This is codominance, B3. A single gene influences many characters. Just now we covered this, C4, pleiotropy. So A2, B3, C4 is in option number 1. This is the answer. A pleiotropic gene contributes multiple traits in an individual. Is expressed only in primitive plant? No. Is gene evolved during Pliocene? No. Control a trait only in combination with another gene. So these three are wrong. Option 1 is the answer. Controls multiple traits in an individual. The phenomenon of pleiotropism refers to single gene affecting multiple phenotypic expression. Correct. This is the definition. So with respect to pleiotropism, our answer will be single gene affecting multiple phenotypic expression. Option 1. Select the correct match. So we haven't covered these. Just focus on this part. Phenylketonuria. Is this autosomal dominant or autosomal recessive? It is autosomal recessive. So this is incorrect. So these are the topics we will cover later. So time being, just focus on this part, okay? How the questions can be framed on phenylketonuria. So this was all about pleiotropy. In the next topic, we will cover polygenic inheritance. Thanks a lot for watching my video and take good care of yourself.